And I only have a couple more questions for you. We ask at the end of every interview, do a final five, which is a fast five in the sense that they have to be answered in one word to one sentence maximum. But I always ruin it because I'm so intrigued by all my guests, but I'll try. So, Elliot Page, these are your final five. The first question is, what is the best advice you've ever heard or received? And it can be about any topic you choose it to be about.
You know what? I don't know why this is popping into my brain, but there's a memory popping in my brain. So I'm like, why not go with this?
Mm-hmm.
And the time in that period when everyone's sort of go-to was your dreams coming true, your dreams coming true, your dreams coming true. Kate Winslet said to me, and I still am obsessed with Kate Winslet, love, one of just my favorite actors of all time. And I was too shy to go up to her at this like party or something. It would have been the first time we met. She just came up to me and was like, oops. Obviously, it took me a long time to listen to the advice properly, but she was just like, don't let them change you. Like, don't, like, you hold on to yourself, essentially. Don't let this.
Wow.
And I'll never forget it. It was, I think, the only person in who that whole period basically said anything like that, you know, from that. And I've always remembered it, and it's always meant a lot to me.
I think that's a great answer. And yeah, what a beautiful statement. Don't let them change you. Hold on to yourself. That's beautiful. Okay, great. Second question. What is the worst advice you've ever heard or received? Sure, this is easier.
Yeah. Don't tell people you're queer and disguise yourself to trick them.
Yeah, even those words, disguise yourself to trick them. It's like, yeah, it's hard to live in a disguise and as a trick. So.
Which is just so silly too, as if like, so you're telling me lesbians don't wear dress? Like, what are we, like, just the whole binary aspect is just ridiculous.
Yeah. What are we trying? Yeah.
So boring. Yeah. God.
Question number 3. What is something you used to value that you no longer value?
I think like a certain idea or what we envision success to be. You know, that's not really that important to me anymore.
Yeah, and that was clear from what you said earlier. The idea that you were willing to let it all go if you were allowed to be who you are and be yourself.
Totally. Yeah. It's just like not what success means to me.
Question number 4. What is something that you're currently trying to unlearn?
I guess still, you know, whatever shame still lingers that was projected onto me by those around me, society. Obviously in so much better place, like so much of it's probably unconscious, but as if it's not, you know, still lingering and still disconnecting from those thoughts or feelings that make you feel small.
And 5th and final question, we ask this to every guest who's ever been on the show, and I'm really intrigued to hear your answer. If you could create one law that everyone in the world had to follow, what would it be?
God.
You could take your time.
Law that everybody had to follow. Don't be a bully.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Bullying is outlawed.
Yeah. Any type of bullying,
Yeah.
I think that's a good law.
Yeah.
That's a rule. It needs to become a law. Yeah, I love it. Elliot Page, everyone, the book is called Page Boy, a memoir. If you haven't read it already, highly recommend it. Read it for your own education. Share it with friends. Make your next book club pick to be able to discuss it, dissect it, support the communities around you, support your friends who are on their journey. And I'd love for you to share with me and Elliot the thoughts, the reflections, the insights that stayed with you. There are so many things that I felt and experienced through this conversation that are definitely going to stay with me. And I'd love to see, I know that you're phenomenal at doing this. You're phenomenal at doing edits and cuts on TikTok and Instagram and X. And I'd love to see what are those moments in this interview and conversation that are going to stay with you and that you're going to pass on to others. Elliot, thank you so much for your time, your energy, your presence today. Like I said, I will take this experience around and share it with many people because it's an experience that I've really felt deeply through your words and through your presence today. And so often when I'm sitting in this chair, the number one feeling I'm having is I wish the world could feel what I'm feeling right now. because so often I'm feeling if people could understand the pain, the hurt, the trauma that people like yourself are experiencing and could experience your humanity in the way that I'm experiencing, then maybe we wouldn't treat each other that way. That maybe we wouldn't speak to each other that way. That maybe we wouldn't impact each other in that negative way. I'm really thankful I got to spend this time with you, and I really hope that more and more people get to experience you through your book and through your work so that they too can understand more about themselves and more about you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.